the block that was in my quilt is actually in the Eq8 library. So I'm going to show you how to get it, but I'm also going to show how to draft it in case somebody was drafting just on graph paper or wanted to draw out their own. So I'm going to go to the library. I'm going to click on library, block library, and it's not in block base. Oops. It's in the Eq8 library. So if I click on that, then it is a classic pieced block. So I click on the plus sign there, then it opens up the categories. And if you notice, this block is a 5x5 grid, so it is a 5-patch block. I'm going to click on that, and then I just scrolled through here until I found it. And okay, it's here. I just gotta see it again. It's this one. It's the old scraps patchwork. So if I click on that and add it to my sketchbook, then it is now available for me to play with. So I'm going to close this window, and then I'm going to look in my sketchbook, and I want to go to blocks. And the standard ones that are always in there are in here, but the last one is the one I just added, and I'm going to say edit. Now it is the same block, and if I wanted to, I can edit, I can add lines, I can take out lines here. We're not going to do that today. I'm going to go to the color tab, and if I want it to be colored like the ones in my quilt, it has 2 colors plus a background, so I'm just going to color that. Let's go here. This is background. This is background. This, and then this. Okay, and then I need 2 colors. Let's go with, oh, why not green? This one, this one, this one, this one, and then this one, this one, this one, and this one. And then all the rest are just colored with whatever our second color was. So that's recoloring. If I already have the block in my library, I can now add it to my sketchbook with this coloring. And I haven't saved this project yet. Okay. Now I want to just show you real quick how we can put this in a quilt. Let's go to the work table, quilt work table. We're going to start a new quilt, and my quilt happened to be, the blocks were 4 across and 5 down. So I'm going to do a horizontal set, and then I go to my layout tab. So horizontal is 4, vertical is 5. And you can make the blocks whatever size you want. With a 5x5, a 10-inch block would be good. Let's go ahead and just do a 10. Remember, if it's divisible evenly, then it's going to be easier to piece. So I'm going to keep my width and height equal and change this to 10. So I have that, and there's no sashing in my quilt. So then I can go to borders, and I can start adding borders. There's one here already, and it's a 1-inch border. I'm going to change that to a 1.5, and the check mark is here, so all of my borders are going to be adjusted at the same time. I don't have to do them, whoops, I don't want a 10-inch, 1.5. And then I can add another border. I'm going to make that one 1.5 as well. And then my outer border, I'm just guessing, it looks like it's probably 3 or 4 inches. And just because this is 1.5, I'm going to add a 3-inch border, because if it's multiples of the same number, then it looks good. And I don't know that that's what it is, but we're going to just go with that. I'm not going to play with borders today. And then we go to the Design tab. Now my block that I did is here in my palette. I'm going to set the block. Now I can set it one at a time if I want to. I don't want that block, but that's okay. I can hold down the Alt key, select my block, hold down the Alt key on my keyboard and click, and it'll put the block in every other block. Let's undo. If I hold down the Control key and click in one of the blocks, it will put all of them in. Now that it's there, I can recolor if I want to. The fabric tools. And now I can just choose different blocks to make different colors. So I could say this one's going to be red, and I can zoom in. I don't have to do it this far out. That one and that one. That one. Let's zoom in a little bit. I'm just going to drag my box over that block. So red, let's put blue with it. Oh, how about change all of those. Now I'm just doing one block at a time. Whoops. That one shouldn't have been. Yes, it should. Never mind. And that one, and that one, and that one. So there's a different coloring. I can go through the whole quilt if I want to and recolor. I want to view the whole thing. There we go. So let's go back, and if we were drafting this block and we didn't have it in the library, so I'm going to go to the work table, the block work table. I'm going to say new block, say easy draw, and I'm going to, because this is a 5x5, I'm just going to make this a 10-inch block. My snaps, I believe I can get away with 5x5, and then my graph paper, I want to make it the 5x5. Okay, so actually we're going to have that whole grid marked out, so I can speed it up rather than doing individual lines. Click on the grid tool, and I can say I want 5 columns, 5 rows. And now all I have to do is drag it. Oh, I didn't say my snap is on. I'm going to drag it from one corner to the other, and that put all my lines in for me. Then I just need to go in and add the lines that are on the half square triangles. So here, and actually this one I can go all the way across like this, and this one here. And I can just repeat that all the way around. There is a way to copy and paste too, but we're just going to draw it today. So if you were drawing on graph paper, you would just need to have this 5x5 grid, and you would just, with a pencil and a ruler, draw those in. So now I'm ready to color, and let's do just like we did on the other one. It's the same process, only it's not already colored for me. So we're going to go this square, this one, this one, this one. This. That was wrong. No, it wasn't. It's right. And this one. If it was wrong, I could have just used the undo button. And then let's just go with dark brown this time. Go here. And here. And doesn't matter, whatever color you want. And there's the block from scratch, and I would add it to my sketchbook so that I could use it